Hello everyone! Long time no see. How's it going? I haven't made a video in a very long time. Hope you're all doing well today. This video is going to be a little unlike the other videos that I've made in the past. There's no script, there's no gameplay of weird stuff. It's just normal old me and exploring this realm. This is a realm that a lot of my friends played together for a very long time. We had a great time doing it. But I recently found out that this realm is unfortunately coming to an end. So consider this my documentation of the realm. I wanted to make this just so I can remember everything, just so I can look back on this and look at all the things we've built. If you were someone that was in the realm, hello. I hope you're doing really well. How'd you find my channel? But seriously though, hello. You were awesome to play with, and I had a great time. And if you are someone who is new, someone who is random, hello. Awesome. Glad you're here. I hope you like these builds. So first of all, let's go over where it starts. So there's a very long lake coming right here, and then it all flows together right here. Now there used to be full lake passage, but two people in here were planning on doing something. I'm not exactly sure what it was, but they're not loaded in right now, are they? Too far away. But they had a villager farm, and I'm assuming that they were going to do something with that, but I don't know for sure. But regardless, here they are. Now they're spawning. Hello, villagers. But yes, we had a lot of different things that were going on here, although I'm not entirely sure what this was going to be. Let's go over to their houses, though. This is the house that we did a lot of our end prep for whenever we went to go see the Ender Dragon. We were doing a lot of things in here, spent a lot of time in here. This was a chill hangout place. It's small, but it's cozy, you know, it's got great decorations, and it's just nice, you know, it's very peaceful. And over here, if we keep going, he had himself an XP farm, which, of course, you know, you can't just go without. You gotta have an XP farm somewhere. Early game, right? There's no zombies. There they are. Die. So that was very nice. Down here is his cave. I don't feel like falling all the way down there right now, though. Yes, it was a very nice farm. Very, very nice farm. Very nice house. Nice everything. It was very good. Let's go see the house right adjacent to it now. This was his brother that built this house. He didn't get on quite as often, but I still very much enjoyed his house. He had a great time. Sky's the limit. As we move over here, we start to see where really the heart of this world is. First, though, let's go check this out. This is a very large Greek palace that the owner of the realm had started working on. However, he did not keep playing for too long, but he made excellent progress on this. I was really looking forward to seeing it finished, and I guess I could have chipped in a little bit, but that's okay. It's very, very pretty, though. This would have been incredible. All these bone blocks, I can imagine how long it took to get that. I'm honestly not much of a survival person, but, you know, I have a lot of fun doing it when I'm with other people. And speaking of the realm owner, let's go check out his house. He had a huge castle over here all to himself, with a massive walkway. It was very, very cool. As we enter, the entire plan was very open. Lighting in here is immaculate. I love vibrant visuals. He had his enchantment table over here. Nice rooms over here. Beautiful second floor. Again, it's simple, but it looks very nice. You know, he did a lot to his bed, and I really appreciate that, because I certainly don't dress my beds up like this. That's very, very nice. Hello, cat. Yeah, he has a lot of really good things here. Good window access. There's a way on each side, on the outside, to get up to each of the pillars. Now you may notice it looks like there's something there, and how right you would be. Because while it may be the oldest trick in the book, it never gets old. Actually did that perfectly. Wow. But yeah, this is where his secret base is, where his stash is. This is also where we kept the dragon egg. It has been moved around, probably punched a few times, as you can tell by its position. There it goes. Hey, that was actually perfect. Wow. But yeah, he had all of his secret stuff in here, all of his nice things. It was very good. Very good. Classic. You know, it's hard to mess up a painting base. Alright, leaving his base now, let's move on to the next one. Let's move on to... let's go here. Let's take it nice and slow. Let's go over to one of my friends here. Now let's look at this path that he built to his house. Now this is actually the second house that he's built. I'll show the first house that he built later. But it's very large. It gets the job done very well. Has plenty of room for storage. You are never short on storage here, and I think that's something worth appreciating. But he has a nice backyard, plenty of crops, you know, and it's a simple house, but at the same time, it's a very well done house. And there's something to be admired about that. Looking in here, here's his portal room / enchanting room. Hard to go wrong with that, of course. Going up to the third floor, here's where he really had a lot of the big stuff. He had all sorts of things, all kinds of blocks. He had a hopper over there. I really don't know why that hopper is. If you listen real close, you can hear baby zombies when you stand right here. And I've never known why that is. Interesting. But he has a zombie head right there. That's pretty cool. But yeah, he has a dabbing armor stand. As one does. And he has all of his materials split into separate things right here. So yeah, very efficient house. It's a very, what's the word I'm looking for? Ergonomic house. Is that the right word? I have no idea. Now, going down this path a little bit more, let's go to our next house here. Our dear old friend with the Asian building. Looking absolutely phenomenal, by the way. I love this building so much. Going inside, as we can see here, it's very spacious. Plenty of room to do anything you could ever think of. But as we go down here, really his entire base is all underground. And that gives you, that gives you just so many opportunities to be able to do pretty much anything, you know? And he has everything here. He has his farm down here, he has his crops down here, and this goes all the way down to bedrock. It's very deep, very nice. And would usually let any of us explore. It was very good. Here he has tons and tons of good prop books and mending books, all kinds of things. Here's his portal. It was absolutely such a great base. Beautiful on the outside as well. I won't go into everything there, just because there's so much down there, and I really haven't been all the way down that many times. But very nice building nonetheless. Alright, I have slept, so now it's time to go to the next house, which is my house! This was my house that I decided to build. I'm much more of a creative mode person, but I did the best I could with what I had. There are some things I didn't quite get to finish before the realm shut down. Really, I could finish it right now, like literally just putting trapdoors there and stuff, but that's okay. I'm pretty laid back about that kind of stuff, as long as I have a house that's functional and looks pretty cool. So yeah, we have our stables down here. Here's our dear horse friend with a little water trough next to him. He likes climbing on the trough quite a bit. Here is my dear pet. His name is in fact Dennis. You can't tell because my HUD is off, but trust me, his name is Dennis. Let's go inside now, shall we? Here is another dog. He is not named, but I shall call him Randolph. You are Randolph now. This is Jacob. And here's my sort of half-finished enchanting table. See, I kind of wanted to make my enchantment table set up a little bit better, but at the same time, I really hated having to obstruct the view, so I just kind of finished it with this. And you know what? I think that's okay, because ultimately, I prefer how stuff looks. Here's my little outside area. This is sort of like a wood shop kind of thing I was going for. Just a nice, simple place to work and see the great outdoors at the same time, and what a view it is. As we go back inside now, here is my esteemed trash can. Here's my chest with a whole bunch of random things in it, and here's my little kitchen area. I was proud of this kitchen area. You know, it's absolutely nothing special at all, but man, you know what? I love this kitchen area, and I'm very proud of it. Let's go up our little staircase now, and let's check out what the second floor looks like. This is our living space. We have our little alley right here named Allie. We have our little couch right here with a nice blue carpet, and we can sit around and see the fish, although there are no fish in there. I tried putting a fish in there, but there's a little gap right there where that fence is, and the fish died. So now it's just a pretty little water site. I love it though. It looks really cool. Here's where my bed is. I have a cartography table next to it, and here is the perfect place to be able to look out there and see the world. As we climb up here, this is where I had all of my storage. It started off organized, and it did not stay organized for very long, but that is a-okay. Here's where my armory was, where I put a whole bunch of my armor-related things until I decided to move elsewhere, which we will get to later. Here's Dennis. I love Dennis very much, and it also makes for a really nice place to look out right here. Let's go out here. I have a easy little trapdoor system for roof access, and you can get pretty much anywhere from here. It's very nice. I'm very proud of how this turned out, and I like it quite a bit. But oh, that's not all. There's a whole lot more that I need to show you, because this isn't all to my house. So before this most recent update came out, I had this really cool redstone system that would open this up for 1 tick, and you could fall through and it would lead you to a secret trap. And it was activated by a comparator attached to this bookshelf, and anytime the last book you interacted with was the last book, you were able to sneak under here and wait, and for 1 tick it would open up, and it was a really cool little system. However, the most recent update fixed this, so I don't know if it was a bug or what it was, but I still have my ways, and my ways are using a pickaxe. So original, right? Anyway, let's go over this. So here's a secret little hiding area. Not really much special here. Pretty cool. Anyway, yeet! So here we are. Welcome to my secret chamber. I loved this build. I was so proud of this. Look, I don't play a lot of Minecraft, okay? Typically. I don't play as much as the YouTubers. So, like, for me, this was something really cool to build. Now, here's my bamboo farm. It's almost full, actually. I need to empty that out. But in here you see it's just an extremely simple bamboo farm. Nothing special about it, but I have a little minecart with a hopper over it that collects the bamboo whenever it falls and leads it into this double chest. So, I use bamboo quite a bit. I like bamboo a lot. But that's not all. You see, here we have something called the Beta Vault. Now you may be wondering, hey, what is the Beta Vault? Well, I'll show you. First of all, bedrock flush piston door. I hate building it. Java's so much better. Anyway, here is the Beta Vault. Now this is based on something that I saw online that looks really cool. I honestly don't remember what video it was on, but it was really cool, and I thought it was really neat. So the whole idea of this was to build it entirely out of beta blocks, just to sort of recapture that old essence of Minecraft. I had a little room here that I never really did much with. There's also an absolutely baller cave that connects to it. But there's my fireplace. And here's a little area that goes over it right here. So this leads you to the top of the building, where we have our Herobrine shrine that... Wait, this never got lit. Herobrine Shrine! Except it's not Netherrack. You know what? Never mind. Herobrine Shrine. Really trying to call back to the good old beta days, because that's when I started playing. Beta 1.8 was my first version of Minecraft. And sometimes I feel nostalgic for it. As we come through here, this was another thing that we were going to go out. There was going to be a gravel hill right here. We had the old village lights. And as we go down this gravel trail, here's the old blacksmith building. And come up here, and this brings back so many memories for me. Yeah, it was going to go out a little bit deeper. My plan was to have black concrete over the ceiling, which isn't a beta block, but oh well. I was going to have black concrete going over the ceiling. I was going to have this area go way further out, and this area go way further back, and then this area probably would have just been covered by some trees. But yeah, it was going to try to capture that essence of beta Minecraft as much as it could. And obviously, whenever you're in here, you know, you want smooth lighting and all that stuff turned off, but it was really meant to just capture some of that essence, some of that nostalgia for me, I guess. So moving on, let's go over our next area. Whee! So, exiting through that little bubble portal, and coming up through here, let's close that. We'll see this little passage through here, and this brings us right back to outside, so it's pretty secret. Not many people would think about it. Now, I know you've probably just seen it laying around in the background quite a bit, but let's get to my most recent build that I made. Not the broken Aether portal. My gas garage! So I actually got this idea, I'm gonna be so real with you, I got this idea from Mumbo Jumbo, but it is such a good idea, and I loved it so much. So I decided to do it as well. Here you see we have our gas garage, or the garage, to be finished, maybe not. The realm closes down in like a day, oh well. But yeah, this is my gas garage. You can do lots of things from here. There's nothing in the chest right now, but it looks very nice, right? I think climbing up here, you can just get in our ghast, which, again, you can't see the name tag, but I named him Cassian. So yeah, the gas garage. That was one of my favorite builds. So that is my entire house. That's everything that I did. I was very proud of this. It was so much fun to create. Absolutely loved it. Now, moving on. This is the first house of the person that I was talking about earlier that ended up building two houses. Honestly, I love how his first house looks. It is so nice. It's so well done. I'm going to close this door for him now. But yeah, I thought you just did a really good job. You know, it's small. It's not like you can store a lot in here. But it's nice, and I appreciate that. Sometimes there is beauty in simplicity, I believe. Oh, what a beautiful view. Now, coming up through here, let's just keep right on going this way, if I can get past these trees, to this house. And I'm going to be so for real with you, I don't know whose house this is. This was someone who was on the realm before I did, and apparently they just made this house and immediately dipped. Which, you know, I respect that. But I would have liked to have figured out who in the world built this. But it's a nice little barn. I like it quite a bit. There's a lot of very pretty decorations in here. He has plenty of dogs. It's just very well done, you know. It's another house that's, you know, small but cute. And I like that. And I think there's a lot to be appreciated in that. Now, going just across from it, we have the windmill. It totally gives Minecraft movie. Now, coming up here, we actually have the first thing that I ever built on this realm. This is a Los Pollos Hermanos. And man, was I proud of this thing. I love this building so much. I was so proud of this. As we come in here, You can be seated anywhere you like, with the most premium chicken and a roof I never did finish because I started building that house and got really invested in that. But anyway, here we have our counter. Here's where you can take your order. And I went quite all out with this. As you can see, we have our entire menu with appetizers, courses, and house specials, including lava chicken. That was so cringe, I'm so sorry. Anyway, we have all sorts of things. We even have drinks. We have honey. Can you believe that? Just amazing, amazing, amazing things. I love it so much. And I was very proud of this. Here's another chest where I was just kind of storing everything, and I never moved it. And then over here is where we had a little office building. And as we come up these steps, right here you can see my chickens, and I have a carrot farm over there and a wheat farm on the roof. So it turned out very nice. But there's much more to it than this. So if you go to this book right here, I have a comparator. Let's flip this, and let's go all the way to the last page. And now if we go to the boss's office, now this hole is opened up, and if we go through here, very carefully, we go down these steps that totally aren't inspired by any sort of TV show out there. We had this little secret area. Now there was a piston door here at one point. There is not anymore, unfortunately. It was a great loss. Still kind of sad about it. But yeah, it was very, very cool. This was our base that was gonna have all my secret things, all my valuable things in it. Again, I think more than anything else, I think I just got invested in building my other house after I had done this one. I didn't want to have two projects going on at the same time, and I just kept adding so many projects onto that other house that, that I just kept on doing it. Now, coming from Los Pollos Hermanos, flying over here, there's where the community nether portal is, but over here is the island. This is one of our members that had his very own island, and he made the most of it. On the shore, you see here, he has a very cute, adorable little hut. I love exploring this hut. It was very, very well done, I think, and I don't know, it's just a really cute design. I think there's a lot of value in that. You see he has his bamboo, his sugarcane, his nether wart, all the things you could ever ask for. His dogs are over there, and over here, I believe he has a little bit more as well. Yeah, he does. There's a little hut here. And this is a very nice hut. Oh, it's a zombie farm. I actually never knew that. What in the world? I've never been in here before. That's really cool. But more importantly, over here we have a large building that looked really, really awesome, but it never got finished, unfortunately. But this room, I mean, it has a lot of detail. This building has so many cool things going on for it. Excellent design. I mean, this would have looked superb if it ever got finished. I would have loved to see it get finished. I just think that would have been really neat. But regardless, his little island over here, I believe that's all that was on the island, but it was really cool, and I really enjoyed it. So, flying from this island, we're going to move a little bit over the ocean now, and we are going to wind up at another island that has its own things going on. See if we can land this pyramid right here. Can we do it? Obviously. Look at that. Yeah, he has a pyramid here with tons and tons and tons of wheat. None of it's grown, unfortunately. But he has quite a few things going on up here. He has the tallest treehouse that I've ever seen. And it was very, very cool. There is a way to climb this normally by going up the vines, but it's just way easier with the elytra, obviously. But it's still very impressive, and here's where his main house is, where he would keep everything normally. But yeah, he has some mangrove trees here, some spruce trees, all the kind of trees you would ever need, and I really appreciated that, because before I had elytra, I could not find spruce trees to save my life. The nearest ones were like 7,000 blocks away from spawn, so I was very happy those were there. Now, moving on to another thing. You've probably seen this one just as I've been walking around, but this is a mega castle project that got started. Unfortunately, never got finished. One of my dearest friends on this realm began building this a while ago. And to give him credit, I mean, it looks incredible. I am very much a fan of how this looks, and I think he was doing an excellent job with it, and I would have loved to see how this castle turned out, because he was telling me his plans. He was going to build a whole village in here. It was going to be amazing. I was so excited to see it. But that's okay, because he has a whole lot more going on in here. He has his house up there where he would sleep, and through here he has a downstairs area that if we go down through here, we find a massive mining cave with slimes. But yes, this is where we would do pretty much all of our mining. This was the community mining spot. Everybody would go here, and this is where he was getting his deep slate. This entire area is mined out, but if you walk along, I mean, there's like little individual strip mines going absolutely everywhere. So yeah, this is a really good mine too, honestly. We got so many diamonds out of this. Like, I don't know what it was, but like this set of chunks here and the several strip mines that go off in a whole bunch of different directions, like, diamonds were just all over. All of us were just stacked by the end of it. So that was really awesome. And that was really cool too. It was a lot of fun being in the realm back when it was really busy, and going down there to mine, and there being like 3 other people down there all mining at the same time. You would all go in sort of like different directions from each other, but still staying close enough that you could see each other's name tag. And it was just a lot of fun. Oh, it's raining. What do you know? Hey, that's okay. That's okay. Good scenery. Good scenery. Vibrant visuals, baby! Now, the final house that I forgot to mention, because it's a little bit out of the way, is through here. If we go past all of these, and over here, and up these stairs, we have the tree house. Oh, I loved the tree house. This was an awesome place, man. I tell you what, it was so well done. People would come out here and hang out here too, just to chill, just to vibe, you know? It was really amazing. We have plenty of horses all walking around, we have plenty of dogs, plenty of cats, food for days. Just look at all these lanterns. I can't get over vibrant visuals, man. I love it. I think the water looks kind of bad. Everything else, man, like, this is unreal. Like, childhood me would never believe this. But that's beside the point. Going down through here, here was her storage compartment, all the different things that would go through there. That leads down to the mine shaft, and going up through here instead will lead you to the living space, where there is all kinds, just beautiful scenery, excellent view, all sorts of things. It was very pretty. I guess we'll go here. But yeah, this was a very excellent time for me. It was so fun getting online and seeing 7 or 8 other people all playing together at the same time. This was a project that I put together for a little bit, and it just has everything all together. Most everything. It doesn't have the other island up here because that would make it really big. But yeah, this has the whole design. This has every building I've shown you for the most part on here, all together. And I think it really puts it into perspective how beautiful this little town of ours was. You know, I really did enjoy this, and I think this has been just such an excellent time. Child me would have absolutely loved having a realm to play with so many of my friends on, and I'll just always be grateful for that. And I hear a zombie burning. Where are you coming from, friend? Are you coming from down here again? Sometimes mobs spawn down there. I think he's dead. Oh well. But yeah, I've had an absolutely wonderful time, and it's been a joy to me to be able to share this with any of you that are still here. If any of y'all are watching, I'm sorry. I know I'm not a good talker, but it really does mean a lot that you've hung around here and that you've been willing to sit through this and just watch this little personal memory documentary that I've put together. Documentary, if you will. Um, But yeah, like I said, I just wanted to put this together for me and for my memories and for any of my friends that may tune in and watch this. Um, it's been a wonderful time, and I truly have enjoyed it. I doubt I'll be logging on this server again after I log off tonight. So let's close it off the best way that I can. Here we go. Let's go in one last time. Let's feed our dogs. Here you go, Randolph. Here you go, Dennis. Let's go back up these stairs. Let's say hello to Allie. Actually, you know what? Never mind that. Allie, you're free. And you know what? Actually, while I'm thinking about it, you, and you. Come on out. Be free. Don't stay in this house anymore. My 3 loyal dogs. I love each and every single one of you. Now let's go the only way I know how. Flying off into the sunset. Thanks everybody for watching. I will see y'all later.